Hello, Murray Newlands with another episode of Performance Marketing Insider TV. Here back in the studio in San Francisco with Yancy from HasTraffic.
From the ordinary cars we drive, to the small town we live in, to the way we treat our publishers, Point-Click Track is different than what you're used to. We have earned a reputation as a forthright, honest network that pays on time, every time, without fail. Like I said, different than what you're used to. So work with a company that's as straightforward in their business practices as they are in this commercial. This message brought to you by a crew of people who drive mundane sedans and modest SUVs.
What do you do?
I have two properties, HasTraffic and WantsTraffic. HasTraffic is basically a monetization solution for large traffic sources, parking companies, affiliate networks, things like that, to monetize their traffic directly to advertisers. And WantsTraffic is, of course, an advertising network.
And how can affiliates benefit from working with you?
Well, basically, we work on the principle that all traffic has value, but you have to clean up the channel of traffic, and you have to clearly identify the traffic. You may be able to slip some, so to speak, bad traffic through a channel, but in the long run, you're better off cleaning up the traffic and sending only traffic to people who want it. So what we do is offer a solution where you can send what's considered invalid traffic to your advertiser. You can send it to us, and we can optimize it.
So talk to me about this. Obviously, increasingly, the cleanliness of traffic is important. You've got people like CPA Detective, you've got Scrub Kit, you've got all these things trying to clean up traffic. This trend is obviously, people are increasingly focusing on what's the value of the traffic and then how can they get clean traffic. What's happening in that marketplace? For example, if I send out an email, what percentage of my traffic is likely to come through from international IP addresses, for example?
Well, that would depend upon how well you cleaned it ahead of time. But if you have a good IP geo target,
right,
and you update it regularly, you're gonna make a lot more money in the long run. So pay for your updates on MaxMind, pay for your updates on whatever IP locator.
And if your IP address range is out of date,
yeah,
what kind of degrade in traffic and revenue you like to see across that?
Yeah, I mean, the difference between a 6-month-old list and the current one could be 10% on certain countries. So, you know, that's 10% of revenue, and you're not hurting yourself by cleaning up your list, and you're not hurting yourself by excluding your traffic if you have a good channel for the traffic, which, you know, we try to provide.
It's really interesting. I was speaking to Brian at Sharacell at Affiliate Summit recently. He was telling me a lot of their focus is on value of traffic, and really sees this as an increasing trend as like who's providing which value, which part of the value chain, and how much value are they giving to those end sales. What other trends do you see in that marketplace?
Well, it depends upon what kind of traffic we're talking about. In email traffic, there's a lot of solutions coming up like SIF Logic that will clean the lists and make that traffic more valuable ahead of the scrubs, ahead of the exclusions.
Now, I know that you've started to work with a lot of affiliate networks, so affiliates are passing the traffic through. The networks are saying, thank you very much for sending the traffic. We can't pay you for this offer, but they're taking that traffic and sending it through to other companies such as yourself, and then they're keeping that revenue effectively.
Well, you can look at it that way, but you certainly have the opportunity to clean up the traffic ahead of that, and, you know, send them the best traffic you possibly can.
If people want to work with you and contact you, how do they do that?
Well, you could go to the site hastraffic.net or wantstraffic.com, or email me directly at y@wantstraffic.com. Y, the letter Y.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right.
I'm Murray Newlands. You're watching Performance Marketing Insider TV. I'll see you next time.